Hi everybody, I wanted to do a quick video demo today on the functionality of MyMovies 3 and ArcSoft's Total Media Theater 5 in conjunction with using it in Windows Media Center 7. Before we get started here, I did want to point out a couple quick things. You're probably going to notice in this recording of this video that there's some horizontal video banding going on the TV screen. Now this is it's a defect in the way I'm recording it. It's not a defect in the TV. I'm not seeing that banding here in my family room. It's just something to do with the way the video is being recorded, not agreeing with the plasma I own. Probably a frame rate issue or something, but I went ahead and did it anyhow because I think it still will show the functionality of MyMovies 3 and Total Media Theater 5. One other quick thing I wanted to make note of is that throughout the demo I am using a Gyration Media Center remote. At no time am I using a keyboard or a mouse to demo any of this. All this functionality can be controlled easily with a Media Center remote control. So with that, let's fire up Media Center. When you install MyMovies 3, it automatically installs a movie strip on your home page that you see right there. So I store all my movies, my DVDs and Blu-rays. I have some HD DVDs too on my Windows Home server. MyMovies also has a server product which is totally free that works very well with Windows Home Server version 1. They have not made one for the upcoming version of Windows Home Server, but from what I understand, Brian Benner has plans to accommodate that when it actually is released. Right now, second version of Home Server is in beta. So let me click on my movies. It's going to go to my server and it's going to bring up my movie collection. There's several ways that you can configure the MyMovies page. I'll show you a little selection of that. If you click on View, it says Covers Full Screen, Covers in Detail, Covers Center, Cover Row in Detail, and then Cover Strip and List in Detail. I'm currently using, I believe, this selection here, which is sort of iTunes style. It scrolls through the movie cases, and it also throws up a background in the background there that MyMovies fully goes out and gets all the metadata for these movies. It gets the cover art, gets the all the crew information and the technical information for the movie and the synopsis and all that. But I just really like this version of the setup better. Scrolling through, it's pretty snappy. And go through here. You have to remember these are all stored on a server, so there's a little bit of lag, but not really a lot. Not really a lot. I can go back up here and show you what one of these other ones look like. Here's Covers Full Screen. If I select that, it pretty much takes all my movies that I have stored and puts them just sort of flat on the screen like that. And some people like that. Some people like that. In this setting, I think when you select a movie, the background doesn't show up until you actually select the movie. So there's the background. So we'll go back here, and we'll go back and change it to the setting I had, the cover flow thing, which I like a little bit better. And there we are. I can show you here, I'll pick a movie, the bucket list. When you select the movie, you get this detail screen that comes up. This is where you launch the movie and play. The play button's right there. You can see that on the left. But up on the top here, you can go to synopsis, which will give you just what it says, a synopsis of the movie. Go over to the right again, and you get cast and crew information. So pictures eventually will show up. It takes a little bit of time to come from my server. It pulls all that information off my server, but you can see them popping up there. But for instance, Jack Nicholson here, you could select him, and it brings up a biography of Jack. Gives his acting history and all that other good stuff, which, it's pretty interesting if you're into that kind of stuff. Then if you go to the right on top, it says starring in, and what that basically does is it searches through my library and sees what other movies I have that might star Jack Nicholson. And right now I only have two. I have The Departed, and then I have the bucket list on here. But that's kind of handy also. So let me go back here as my cuckoo clock goes off in the background. And we'll continue on here. Let's pick out The Dark Knight. Usually is a pretty good one. So I'll select that. And then now I'm going to go ahead and select to play it. Whoops, wrong. Well, I might as well show you this. I went down when I should have went up. One of the other features on the details menu is it shows you the audio tracks that are on the disc, whatever disc you have, which is kind of handy. Cast and crew again, synopsis. So go back down here. You can also play a trailer. If you click this trailer button that you see here, it actually goes online and that streams online. It'll find the most current one if you wanted to see the trailer. But we're going to go ahead and click play. At this point, you're going to see the little spinning donut start up. And this is when Total Media Theater 5 will kick in. It's already found the file, and it has loaded it, and it is now playing the file. So it's pretty snappy. My files are all ripped to ISOs, so in that same vein, the way I have it set up, if you are ripping ISOs, you have to have virtual clone drive, which will mount that file just like a regular Blu-ray. And there you can see the little Blu-ray symbol come up and load the movie and start to play. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward some of this just for time's sake here. Get to the good stuff. You can see in the upper right hand corner too there's a little information box right up here, which is basically showing you how much time is remaining in the movie. It's showing you what format. It's a VC1 movie. It shows you the bit rate that it's playing at right now. It's a little over 30 megabits a second. It's 1920 by 1080. And the audio codec that's selected right now is Dolby Digital. So I'm going to go in here and bring up the menu for Total Media Theater 5. I just hit the little info key on my remote here in my hand, and it brings up that menu. And let me scroll over here to audio, and I want the high def audio codec, which I believe is 2 on this particular movie. And yeah, I selected that. You can see up here it changed to Dolby True HD, because I do have a receiver that will decode that and play that, so I want to take full advantage of that. But here, let me back up in the menu here. This is actually the Total Media Theater 5 menu that you can access within Media Center, and it's got very good integration. There's been a lot of talk about Total Media Theater 5 not having very good integration with Media Center, and at first, in the earlier versions, it wasn't very good, but this is this version run that I'm running here, or version 5, excuse me, and it has very good integration, I think. So let me bring that back up just to show you a little bit what it has here. You can bring up the pop-up menus in the movie. You can eject the disc. It actually has a settings window here. If you select that, it'll bring up the settings. While the movie's still playing in the background, you can see that, but you have various toggles here that you can control at any time during the movie. So that's kind of nice. You have settings, hide information. That is that window in the upper right. And if I select that, it goes away. It's kind of nice just to sort of see what codec it is and make sure your audio codec's right. Kind of handy. And then you can also, if you're having trouble with the movie fitting on the screen, depending on what your screen size is, you can control the aspect ratio here too. This is all, there again, being done with the remote control in my hand right now. This is not a mouse or a keyboard. You can select chapters and the audio I showed you, and you also turn your subtitles on, your various subtitles. They're in the movie. Let me skip to another chapter just to show you what that's like. Pretty snappy. I mean, I did not own a standalone Blu-ray player until this past November when I bought my Panasonic TV. I never had one. I've had my Blu-ray player in my home theater PC for about 2 years. But I just happened to buy a TV that had one bundled with it, so I really didn't. It came with the TV, and I have found that the Blu-rays that I have stored on my home theater PC load much faster than my standalone. So, just for your own information. So we'll go ahead and stop this now, just to show you what that looks like. It'll end up on the landing screen here, and then you just go back. You'll have this brief flash right there. You saw that where it'll go back to my desktop, but really it's only a matter of 2 or 3 seconds, and then you're right back into MyMovies 3. There's a little bit of a disconnect there. A lot of people complain about that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. When you have the ability to have pretty much a video jukebox at your hands at any time, you're only limited by the amount of storage you have. Of course, Blu-rays do take up quite a bit of storage space, anywhere from 30 to 50 gigabytes, so they are big movies. But I like the idea of having this stuff at my fingertips. I don't have all my movies ripped, but the ones I want to see I put on here. And I switch them up. You know, when Christmas comes around, I put a lot more. I still got a few Christmas movies on here, but you can see it's a pretty slick system. So with that, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. You just hit back again here, and it takes you right back to the Windows Media Center homepage. So thanks for watching, and hopefully the banding distortion wasn't too bad. So I will talk to everyone next time. Thanks.